Are you prepared? The internet is going down later this week. It's going to be crazy. Find out more below.
The internet is
Going down later this week.
It's gonna be crazy.
The real truth the government refuses to tell you. Previous account banned for sharing the truth. Wait a minute. This is misinformation. You may be spreading misinformation unintentionally. Confirm the credibility of a source before contributing to the conversation. To see how FDA is addressing misinformation, check out our Rumor Control webpage.
When did society vote and agree that misinformation should be outlawed? Because last time I checked, it's part of free speech and it's part of democracy. The interesting fact is that since you have Twitter's new community checks, new community fact-checking, you see that the left is spreading a lot of misinformation. Companies are spreading a lot of misinformation in advertisement. We never talk about that for some reason. Like when a corporation spreads misinformation in their ads, like that's perfectly fine. In fact, it's promoted. But apparently the real danger is individuals. When I grew up, this used to be done at the pub. Like you would go to a bar and you know what was there? Misinformation. No one cares. Like it's normal. But for some reason, it is now a huge danger upon society. It is so harmful that we need to enact Soviet guidelines or Nazi guidelines, any authoritarian regime that cracked down on misinformation. And of course, the truth stems from the government, right? And the government is the current political party in power. Like, they get to decide what is truth and not. And of course, when you have something like the Hunter Biden laptop story, the Covington kids, like all of these, well, these are authoritative sources. What was it? Jussie Smollett. We also had the rope at the Grand Prix race and all of that other nonsense. Russia Gate. There's weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Yeah, the government and the authoritative sources never lie. It's you. This is very similar to global warming. Like, did you notice that? It's politicians and rich folk traveling around on yachts and private jets and living in hundreds of millions of dollars mansions, but the real problem, the real person that's hurting the earth is you, of course, with your air conditioning. Yeah, because you choose to drive a gas-powered car. You're the actual problem, not the one with the yacht. So this is pretty much similar. And of course, people in the comment section, they're roasting this ad, as you can see. But for some reason, we need to pretend like this is normal, right? Like everyone agrees with this. But whenever I see these things where the government is saying, yeah, we need to crack down on free speech, overwhelmingly people disagree. And I noticed that this is true on Twitter, it's true on Reddit, it's true on Facebook. Like literally every single place where people actually get to talk with each other, they're saying that, no, like this is ridiculous. Like no one cares about misinformation. And notice how it's only the political misinformation that they care about. Like, for example, if you have a car salesman that's lying to people, no one gives a shit, right? If you have a person that's selling homes, or if you have a bank that's giving loans for university, no one cares if they're peddling some misinformation there. It's perfectly fine. Until they get fact-checked on Twitter, and then they're creating an uproar because it's like, oh, how dare you fact-check our ads? But other than that, no one cares. It's disturbing, honestly. Like what I'm seeing here, it's exactly the same tactics that the Soviets used. It's genuine propaganda that's being pushed by the government. And notice how the solution to this is not to empower the individual to be able to tell accuracy from disaccuracy. No, the solution is going to be, of course, censorship. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.